Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and this is Unite Inside, and we help people unite with all the parts inside of them. In this video, I will be talking about a very important subject. I've been wanting to talk about it since my channel is about healing, and a lot of healing is about changing beliefs. And so it really is needed to have a video like this that explains how to change a belief. And so, how to change a belief? First of all, let's talk about beliefs. So beliefs are very important because they create our reality. So basically, our beliefs create our reality. This is a fact, okay? And also because beliefs affect our state of being. They also create our state of being and feelings. Because of a certain belief, we feel a certain way about ourselves and about the world. And so we might have some really unconscious negative beliefs about the world and about ourselves, and they are not serving us anymore. Okay, a lot of times we have those beliefs that mostly get created in childhood. When we were kids, we created many beliefs and many assumptions and judgments about ourselves and about the world, and they were not necessarily healthy for us, but we believed in them because we didn't know enough. We didn't know better, okay? That's why in this video, I'm gonna show you how to do better than believing some really low vibrational beliefs about yourself, okay? So yes, as I said, some beliefs come from childhood, or most beliefs that are repeating a lot in your adulthood now, they have been created by your inner child, okay? So basically, a belief is when you practice a certain thought like a lot. When you think of something over and over and over and over, you start to believe it, okay? If I always think I am not lovable, I am not lovable, like all the time, I get triggered and I think of that thought, I get triggered and I think of that thought every time, like one day I'm gonna start believing that I am not lovable, okay? So this is how a belief gets created. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing we have to do if we want to change a belief is to uncover our beliefs. What does it mean? We have to first become aware of these negative beliefs that we have within ourselves. Okay, so how do you uncover a belief? You uncover a belief by actually becoming aware of your negative feelings. Okay, so to uncover a negative belief, you have to become aware of your negative feelings. So the feelings are what will give us a clue on what is it that we believe about ourselves and the world. Okay, so basically whenever you have a negative belief about yourself, whenever you have a negative feeling, okay, like let's say you feel angry, or you feel irritated, or you feel sad, or you feel depressed, especially sadness and depression, like those things are a very big sign that you have a certain belief that's not serving you, that you're believing in, that you already think is real, already think is true about yourself and about the world. Okay, the reason why I keep saying about yourself and about the world is because we have perspectives, and like let's say we have images or perspectives about ourselves and about the world that we live in. Okay, you can have two two perspectives. Okay, so how do you do that? Basically, you have to become aware of a negative feeling, okay? Let's say that you feel sad. Ask yourself why. Asking yourself questions helps uncover those negative beliefs. So ask yourself questions while you're going through a certain negative feeling, okay? So let's say that you feel a certain way about yourself, you feel bad about yourself. Ask yourself, why do I feel bad about myself? Okay? So if you feel shame, ask yourself, why do I feel shame about myself? And the answer could be because I think I'm shameful. Because I think I'm shameful. I think that there is something wrong with me. If it's guilt, I think I'm a bad person. If it's sadness, I think that I might not have what I want. Most of the time when we feel sad, it's because we believe that we're not going to get what we want. We feel powerless, and we believe that we're not going to get what we want. So believing that you're not going to get what you want. If you feel sad, sometimes it could be because you believe that you can never win. If you ask yourself in that moment while you're feeling the negative emotion, ask yourself, why do you feel it? And the answer is going to give you a clue on what belief you're believing in. You have to just keep asking yourself more questions though. Like for example, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that you feel sad and bad about yourself. Ask yourself, why do I feel bad about myself? If the answer is because I don't like myself, because I don't think I'm likable, why don't you think you're likable? Because I think that because no one ever likes me, or because in my life no one ever likes me. So this could be the belief that no one ever likes you. This could be a belief that you have, or that you're actually just fundamentally unlikable, like an unlikable person. This is a belief about yourself that's negative. Let me give you a list of some really famous beliefs or common beliefs that we might have in common, or that a lot of people have in common, okay? That you might uncover while you're feeling your negative emotion when you're asking yourself questions. These are some of the beliefs that you might actually uncover. Like for example, I am not good enough. I can never win. I am unlovable. Okay, so these are some of the beliefs that you might have about yourself. Okay, also you might have beliefs like I am powerless, or I don't have any power, I am weak. Yes, so these beliefs are very related to I can never win. Like that's a very related belief, okay? So let's talk about your beliefs about the world. One of the most common beliefs that you might have about the world is the world is against me. This is a negative belief. Maybe you might find yourself angry or frustrated and ask yourself, why do I feel angry? And then the answer might be that because you think that the world is against you, or because you believe that everything goes wrong. This is another belief about the world, is everything in my world goes wrong. Okay, this is a very and if you go deeper, why? Because if you ask yourself why everything in my world goes wrong, it's because I'm worthless, or because I'm not good enough. See? So it's really all the same thing. I'm not good enough. That's why everything's gonna go wrong, because I need to be better, or I need to be different so that the universe can love me and give me what I want. It's always personal. It's always assumptions about ourselves that are pretty personal, okay? So you have to understand something. What really assesses our beliefs and make us believe in them so much actually has a lot to do with our experiences that we go through. If you keep going through the same experience of feeling unlovable, the same experience of feeling unlovable, there will come a time where you will start believing that you're unlovable because you just keep experiencing it. But the thing is, we actually keep experiencing the same experiences because of that belief. So because you were through a certain, you went through a certain let's say a really traumatizing event that made you feel unlovable, and then you started thinking, maybe I went through it because I'm unlovable, and so you were a little kid and you didn't know enough, you didn't know better, and so you started believing you're unlovable, and then next time something similar happened and you started fearing that you might be unlovable, and that attracted a more aligned with your state circumstance, and so you found yourself in the same situation of being unlovable, and then you started fearing even more that this thing will happen over and over, and it kept happening to you. You kept attracting people that don't love you, that betray you and abandon you, because you have a fear of abandonment. You are afraid of it because it happened to you before, and because you focus on it more, you attract more of it. So you become in this loop. Now you're stuck in this loop of believing something, attracting it, and then because you attracted it, you believe it even more, and then because you believe in even more, you attract it even more. Do you see? It's like a very, like, it's like a hell cycle that you that you get yourself in, okay? It's very horrible. But you found yourself in this cycle because you you never examine your beliefs. You never look at whether these beliefs are real or true or not. You just believe in them so strongly because of the trauma. The trauma can cause super like triggering feelings of not feeling lovable, not feeling good enough, not feeling like you're a good person. All these horrible beliefs, and it can really make you believe that you're truly not lovable. Are there, and therefore you focus on it even more. You focus on not being lovable even more and being scared of not being lovable even more, and therefore your reality doesn't have any other like it doesn't have any other thing to do but to send you what matches your state, because we create a reality. And that's the thing, you know, that's the sad thing, is that we always will attract our beliefs. Okay, our beliefs play a big, literally, that's how you attract your reality. Anything that you have ever attracted in your life, you attracted it because you believed in it, because you believed that it's true. And so it kept happening to you. It kept coming into your reality. Okay? So how do you break through this loop? How do you break through this hell of a cycle? Easy. You have to break the belief. Okay? So let me give you a step to learn how to break your beliefs, your negative beliefs. So how do you break a negative belief? Knowing that you keep experiencing it and you have so much like history, you're gonna realize that the most reason why you believe in something is because so much is because of your past. It's because of your past experiences, because of your history with it, because you had so much like evidence from your reality, from your experience, that it is true, or that like it is validated. Okay, it kept validating that belief. Okay, so for example, someone that believes so strongly that they're a loser, they actually have a history of failures. Okay, someone that believes so strongly that they're not good enough, they have a history of people in their life that didn't value them, that never were satisfied by them in any way. So that's why you believe it so strongly. Okay, and it's not your fault, but I'm not judging you or blaming you right now, but I really want you to become aware of your power, and the fact that you actually, it kept happening to you because you kept that belief and you kept believing in it. The more you believed in it, the more you attracted it, and then the more you attracted it, the more of an evidence that was for you in your mind, in your subconscious mind, that made you believe it even more. And so I am trying to break you through this hell of a cycle that you're going through. Okay, so let's talk about how to break a belief. Okay, so to break a belief, you have to become aware of what is the reason why you believe it. Okay, you have to become aware of what evidence do you think you have that backs up that belief. We all have beliefs that every single belief that we have is backed up by a couple of evidences that we believe in are true. Okay, and most of those evidences are actually our reality. Okay, they're because, oh, I'm unlovable because, well, see how no one actually loves me in my reality. Okay, but the thing is that the thing that's wrong with this way of thinking is because actually the very reason why you have people, you're surrounded with people that don't love you, is because you don't believe that you're loved. Like, that is the first reason. Okay, but we think, oh, well, because I'm surrounded by these by these people that don't give me love, that is evidence that we're unlovable. Okay, so I need you to just write a list of the evidence that you think is the reason why you don't believe that the reason why you believe that negative belief. Let me give you an example. Like for example, I am such a loser because I never win, because I always do things wrong, because I've never won before, because I just don't have what it takes, because I never had what it takes, because I just can't do things. It can be like many combination of things. Okay, like I just can't do things, or just this, like just like so many beliefs that are one with the same belief that you have. Okay, so, or maybe like I'm unlovable because no one loves me, no one loved me before, or because um, it could be like many reasons, or because in my past no one showed any interest in me. It can be like so many things. And I need you to write them down because we're gonna break these evidences. We're gonna no longer believe in these evidences. We're not gonna look at them as an evidence anymore. That's the only reason for you to break a belief. Like for example, you have to reach a different kind of perspective. You have believed those beliefs, those negative beliefs, from a really low consciousness perspective. That's why you judged it. It's actually a bunch of judgments and assumptions about yourself and about the world. If you have believed that you're unlovable because someone didn't love you, that's a lack of perspective. Why? Because just because someone didn't love you, it does not mean that you're unlovable. Okay? It could mean that the person is just incapable of love. It can mean that this person is just not able to love you, and because they're damaged. How does that have anything to do with you? And yes, you felt unlovable, and it's okay to feel unlovable. It really is the feeling that you felt, but it doesn't. But you made that feeling mean that you are actually unlovable. Okay, and so that's the thing. You have to have like a really big awareness and really high perspective so that you can see things the way they are, like so that you can see truth. Because most of these beliefs are not truth. They're not facts. They're most of them are very irrational and not logical at all. Let's say that a lot of times when we believe that the universe is against us, it's because a lot of times we think that we know what's best for us. We think that we know what we're doing, and we think that we are gonna be the ones to like find a way to get what we want. But the universe is what's responsible to give us what we want. And so when the universe starts to change the plans a little bit, or starts to like show you a little bit of an obstacle going on in your life, you start to instantly judge that situation and that circumstance as if, oh, this means that I'm not gonna get what I want. It can feel very strong. It can feel like, yes, I'm not gonna get what I want. It feels really bad. It feels like things are gonna go wrong. It feels like certainty, like you're certain that things are gonna go wrong. But it's still just a feeling, okay? It's a feeling triggered by your childhood. When you were a kid and you thought things were going wrong, you felt scared and you started feeling like things are gonna go wrong. And actually, the more you feel like things are gonna go wrong, the more things go wrong. You know why? Because you interact with what the universe is doing. The universe is manifesting your reality, and the universe has creative ways of giving you what you want. And just because it doesn't look like exactly like you want it to go, it doesn't look like the exact way of what you think, where you think you're gonna get what you want. Like for example, we have like very specific expectations of how how we're gonna get what we want. Okay, we have like the how of how we're gonna get what we want. Like we have it very specific in our brain. Oh, it needs to be this way. Oh, it needs to be this way. Otherwise, it's not working. Otherwise, it's wrong. But that's a really closed-minded mindset, actually. Like, no, the universe is flexible. The universe is creative. It has many ways. If it doesn't go this way, then there is another way. If it doesn't go this way, or because it's coming in a different way. Like it's actually the same mindset that people take, that people like adopt, that actually never helps them manifest anything in life, because they don't allow the universe to unfold what they want and what they're trying to manifest, while being patient and having faith that it will come. Okay, and it doesn't have, and they're very like attached to how it needs to come, that they start to judge everything, that, oh, if it doesn't go this way, then it's wrong. So if you went through a certain circumstance like that, it doesn't mean that the universe is against you. It doesn't always mean that. So right now, I am really just breaking this belief for you. I'm trying to examine this kind of belief of the universe is against me so that you can understand that this is what you need to do for yourself, and this is how you need to rationalize around those beliefs that you have so that you can completely break them by understanding the evidence that you think is the reason why you believe this about um, like when you see the evidence, when you have it in front of you, that this is why I think that I'm not lovable, well, then you can just tell yourself, you can just find like a higher perspective. Like, for example, sometimes the universe is gonna wanna help you to evolve more by sending you someone that doesn't love you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're unlovable, but it certainly means that it is an opportunity for you to dig deeper into yourself and understand and know your own worth. The universe doesn't want us to be validated by other people, and that's the only thing that we know about ourselves. The universe want to help us to understand ourselves and to find our own value from within. Okay, that's why the universe might send you people, if you don't know your value, that don't value you, so that it wants to see if you're gonna wake up, if you're gonna find your value. Okay, and so yes, that's the reason why you have those people that don't love you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're unlovable. Yes, you felt unlovable, so I am examining all your beliefs, and I'm telling you that examining your beliefs is one of the first thing that helps you break a certain belief that you have. You know why? It's because you are honest with yourself and you are face to face with those beliefs. You no longer let them be unconscious and in your mind. You're putting them in front of you and you're examining them, and you're looking at, why do you believe these things? Why do you believe this crap about yourself? It's not true. You have created these beliefs when you were 6 years old. Why do you let those beliefs still rule your reality? Okay? So now that we have reached this, it's very important to gain a higher perspective, like I said, about things, because it's actually the reason why you have those judgments about yourself and judgments about the world is because you didn't have a higher perspective. You didn't know better than believing that this is why. So what I'm saying is, try to adopt a more higher perspective about your life and about your circumstances. Instead of believing that someone didn't love you, it means that you're unlovable. Believe that this is an opportunity to tap into yourself and your self-worth instead. So this is better to believe than to believe anything else, okay? And instead of believing that the universe is against you, believe that the universe is changing up things because it wants to help you come up with things that are even better and even more in alignment with you. Okay, and if the universe removed something from your life, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are being punished by the universe or that the universe doesn't love you. It means that the universe is giving you a chance to let go of what doesn't serve you and to accept things that are even better in your life. Okay, so you have to change the meaning that you give your reality. When you're going through a certain circumstance, that's the thing. We gave it really negative meanings, whatever we were going through, and that's why we got stuck in that loop that I talked to you about. Okay, and so like now that you examined your thoughts and your beliefs, all you have to do is to let yourself express your feelings. So you will have a lot of feelings coming up because actually it's the feeling that's very strong. When you feel unlovable, it's a very strong feeling and it can be very hurtful to you. And that's why it's good to like not judge your feelings and to just let them be there and to just be there for them. Knowing that you don't have to believe that they are true. Just because you feel unlovable, you don't have to believe that you are unlovable. But you can just sit with your beliefs. You can just sit with how you feel, and you can feel free to do that now because you have examined your beliefs, and so you no longer really believe in them. Okay? And so sitting with your feelings and letting them be expressed can help you release them. And the more you release them, the less they're gonna come up when you're going through an actual experience. So yes, be there for them, make them feel heard, make them feel seen by you, and let them be expressed. It's very important to let your feelings be expressed. because when you do that, I'm telling you, they're gonna be released, and the thing that makes us believe in those negative beliefs even more is our feelings, because it's so like intense, okay? So that's why I'm telling you it's very important to sit with your feelings and to release them, to learn to release them by expressing them, because expressing your feelings is like, because that's what those feelings want. Those feelings that you're going through are actually an unresolved trauma, okay? Because you were traumatized and you started believing you're unlovable because you were traumatized, it's good to sit with that trauma and to allow it to be processed through your body and through your being. This is gonna help you shift the way you think about things, and because you might not even believe that you're unlovable anymore, because you have stayed with yourself and you have given yourself the space to feel those emotions. Okay, so this is a very important step. Yeah. Okay, so basically I'm gonna be explaining to you what to do when you're going through a certain experience that reminds you of being unlovable, or so that you can shift it. So just so that we're clear here, your reality shifts every time you give your reality a different meaning. So this is how the law of attraction works. When you shift your mindset and you start to think of something differently, your reality gives you a more aligned a circumstance with your state of being. And so what I'm saying here, when you feel unlovable, we tend to, every time we're going through an experience, we tend to focus on the beliefs that we have about ourselves. So if we believe that we're unlovable, we're going to focus our energy on, we're going to look at in our reality on like the evidence that says, that proves that like we are actually unlovable. This is something that we do unconsciously whenever we feel a certain emotion. So whenever we feel unlovable, we tend to focus on it, especially if there is something going on that is triggering us, okay? And so what I'm saying here is, the more you focus on it, like the more you focus on, you give your attention to more, to like looking for more evidence to prove that you're unlovable, the more you're gonna find more evidence. Okay, so this is how the law of attraction works. You're gonna find more evidence that says that yes, you are unlovable. Okay, and then when you find evidence, you're gonna be like, oh my god, yes, that's true, I am unlovable. You're gonna feel even more unlovable, and then you're gonna attract a more unlovable reality, and you're just like unlovable, unlovable, unlovable. It's so horrible. Okay, how do you break it is by shifting your focus. Stop, even if you're triggered, stop focusing on looking for evidence to see why you're unlovable, or looking for evidence that prove that you're unlovable. Like, stop doing that. Shift your focus to different things, because what you're focusing on while you're going through something is actually what is being attracted. Okay, just so that you know this. So basically, I want you to do is, the less attention you give a belief in your life, the less that belief will show up in your life, the less evidence you're gonna have to face in your reality. And so the more you don't focus a lot of attention on the belief that you're unlovable, the more that belief isn't going to show up in your life. So what I need you to do is to give your reality a different meaning. Whenever you're going through something, even if it reminds you of the fact that you're unlovable, even if I'm just giving you an example here, it could be any belief. It could be you never win or whatever, but just give it a different belief, give it a different meaning. Like, you can say, like, if you believe that you're a loser, you can say, let's say that you went through a circumstance that actually you lost, okay? Tell yourself, hey, like, that doesn't mean I'm a loser. Tell yourself, like, I don't always lose. Remind yourself of the fact that, of the little wins that you had. Just find anything, any thought that can soften the belief that, yes, that means I'm a loser. Okay, any belief like this that can soften this intense belief of the fact that you're a loser is gonna put you in the right track to attracting what you actually want, which is being a winner. Okay, so basically what I mean with this is, give it a different meaning every time you go through a similar experience, and just like be a little bit disciplined with it in your mind, because I know it's gonna be hard. And keep going, just like be patient with it. Have faith in yourself and in the universe. Be patient with it, and I promise you, it's gonna work out. just keep telling yourself, regardless of how you feel, because it doesn't matter how you feel actually. What your beliefs is what attracts reality, regardless of how you feel. And so if you feel upset, just don't believe that that upset means that you're not gonna have what you want. If you don't believe that, I promise you, just try it out, test it out, okay? I'm not saying it's true, just because it's true for me. I experienced it in my life. So give it a try, and whenever you're going through a certain circumstance that you think means that you're unlovable, or that anything, any negative belief, try to focus on more thoughts that are a little bit better than that thought. They're like, oh, this doesn't mean this, oh, and just shift the meaning, okay? Shift the meaning, shift the meaning, shift the meaning. Like, give it a different meaning, okay? And this will definitely work. And actually, when you do that, that's how your reality gets shift. That's how you shift your reality into the right direction, which is what you actually want to manifest. When you do that, you're gonna have evidence that says that you are actually lovable, which is beautiful, because you're gonna be stuck in a different loop of believing you're lovable. First of all, not believing you're lovable, not believing you're unlovable, then you don't manifest to being unlovable, and then you believe, so you believe you're lovable, and then you become, like, the universe sends you more people that love you, and therefore you believe that you're lovable even more, and you get stuck in a beautiful paradise loop. Okay, so I hope that this video helped you change your negative beliefs. I love you so much, and if you like it, don't forget to leave a like, give it a thumbs up, and share it with people that want to change their negative beliefs. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.